Oh, I think Fred was just like lurking here too. So I think we do have a single audience member like immediately. So
Spooky.
I know. Oh my goodness.
I think Fred's just on point.
I could be wrong. Um, Magic Fate inspired Wish Cup. Oh, I found out the perfect thing to call our new system. Oh, okay. Hi, Master of Laughs. How's it going? I wasn't expecting a sheep scream immediately. Oh, oh golly. Oh gee. Oh. But you know how I want to
What a,
use just like D&D for just like every single tabletop ever, but I can't.
yeah?
We call it D&D. We add an extra D. Dungeons and More Dungeons is the TV show that I watched that said that. Triple D.
Dungeons, and I guess more dungeons.
Yep.
I mean, funny, but I mean, hmm.
Not copywritten.
It still seems slightly problematic somehow.
Nope, not at all. Hey, if the TV show can get away with it, we can get away with it.
You know, that's thinking with portals. That's thinking with portals right there.
Why, I reckon that it is. Hi, Fred, how's it going?
Greetings and welcome to Career Day.
Oh,
And
I'm
you
so
know, we
nervous.
have a lot of career stuff today. In fact, one could say storytelling is a career.
Just so everyone knows, let's see how much I have. I have a lot. We have a bit of a story to go today.
You get to hear a you get to hear a 100% written by Ranlan story.
I may have left it for
Part
last
two.
minute, been writing it like all morning, and have a moment that's insert epic fight here, insert epic fall here, and insert bear comes to save the day. So we're
Now
gonna
you're
see
just
how that goes. And also,
goodness.
I'm doing good. How are you, Fred? You're well. You said you're well. How are you, Justin? How's my volume?
I can answer only one of those, and okay.
Well, only one of those was directed towards you. I know I don't have much of like of a way for you to see who I'm talking to, but that doesn't matter.
If you're talking to me, just look towards me. If you're talking to not me, then look.
There's a delay, so and also it doesn't record me looking down that well.
Oh, okay. Never mind. It was worth a
I
shot.
can move you. I could put you like to the side over there.
Nah, it's fine.
Oh, oh, I'm so nervous. Okay, so are you ready? Are you ready to start and have fun? Or, oh golly, let's stall. Yeah, thank you. Hydrate. Okay, thank you for the head pats. It's slightly lower. It's mouth, finger, hand. All right, ready? Andy.
And
Golly.
you could
Oh,
stall for another minute if you want to.
another minute. Okay, I'm gonna stall
Well,
for a
I
minute and
go.
then I'm gonna go grab water.
Oh, I mean, that's exactly what I was doing.
You go grab water first, and then you'll stall for a minute after I grab water. Huh.
True
Oh my
genius.
goodness, I've been doing so much crayon art. It has been good, maybe. I haven't even shown people, like, my most recent one. Actually, I don't think anyone's seen any of them. Do I have a way of showing them? I don't have any way of showing them, do I? This is just, like, false promises of, like, oh, I got this something cool. This is the box all over again. What's inside the box? You'll never know. Actually, I might have it saved there if I already took a picture of it. But I was working with my manager yesterday, doing a bunch of just random things. I know, it's a box and you don't know what's inside the box. It's the worst. But hey, I have your attention now. Ooh, what's inside the box? I know, but it's got your attention. I want to know what's inside the fucking box. Or something like that. Yeah. You can take it from my hands if that's possible, but we both know that's a false thing that you cannot do. My hands do not move. They are stuck to my side. I wonder if I sent the picture to my manager before. Oh, I almost have my starting soon screen. I just need to actually animate it.
Jacket? I can buy you a jacket.
Umbra!
We can sell my house to
Hi, how's it
acquire
going?
you a
Thank you for the
surplus of
continued
jackets.
support. Oh gosh. What?
Alright, I got my water.
Alright, entertain people. Umbra just did the subscription thing.
Oh, hello, welcome. Thank you for your continued support.
Wow, that's exactly what I said. We're twinsies.
Oh. We're like so in sync.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing. Alright, bye.
Bye. Oh, we got a little bit of a party showing up. We got some good old friends. Glad to see that everyone's doing well this morning. It wouldn't be a good Saturday without that. Today, we're going to get into some more Magic Cup Wish Fight Go. And on the forecast, you should be able to hear a Ranlan written original story. Or at least the second part of it.
I'm back, by the way. I don't know if you hear me, like, shadowboxing.
I can't hear you shadowboxing. I don't blame you for thinking it's Sunday, though. Honestly, I really don't.
Sunday should be okay. Not Wish Cup Magic Wish Fire Puncher Extreme. You can hear it? That's wonderful. I'm glad you could hear my shadowboxing. Oh.
I'm impressed. I couldn't. That's spooky.
I guess my Discord's better at cutting that thing out. Good to know. Let me know if you hear any noises in the background, like a window being open and blowing like wind stuff. You know? My desk is covered in crayons.
Freon. Them little, those little wax drawing devices.
Yeah.
I actually found some crayons the other day.
They're so fun to art with.
I don't know why, but whenever I'm drawing with crayons, my like artistic talent just dies.
It is so... It's similar to painting in my mind. But, like, it's definitely one of those things where you have to, like, plan ahead. And be like, I need to make sure I know which... Because the crayons are not erasable, ever. So you gotta know what lines you're making, how you're gonna make them, and then do it. I've actually like done pencil sketches and then like crayons over top most of the time.
That would be a smart way of doing it.
It's useful.
It's useful. Alright.
Do you think I should show a sneak preview of my my starting soon screen that I'm super proud of and that isn't animated right now, but will be?
Well, they say mystery is something that is done. And I think teasing's good. But mystery adds excitement, intrigue, danger even.
Yeah, you're right. And like, could you imagine if I never actually did it? Yeah.
Now you're held responsible.
I am responsible. I got a schedule and everything.
Indeed.
Ah.
There's a schedule. It's on the it's on the Rhineland Discord. You can look at that. It can be seen.
Wow, check out our sponsors.
Ourselves. But
And I've only broken 6 crayons.
well, all we have to do is put them in like a little like jar, melt them down, and make crandall. Canyon.
Manioff.
Canyon. Candles. We make candles out of the crayons.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know a crayon can burn up to X amount of minutes in the event of an emergency?
By golly, no, I didn't know it could burn X amount of minutes. That's X.
Well, only in an
X
emergency.
equals
Oh,
anything in this context. I'm missing the
it's
tip of the
30.
great crayon. Oh, found it. Okay. All of the crayons are back inside the box. I repeat, I have done a good thing, and I have cleaned up after myself, like a child, because they're crayons.
hey. Like an
Half
artist.
an hour? Oh, golly.
So you have like what, six broken crayons? That's at least half an hour. That's 3 hours of nighttime burning candles.
I have both sides of each of the broken crayons, so it's still half an hour.
Well, that could be like 15 minutes per half.
Wow.
And if you have like 6 broken, then you add like, well,
Sometimes it's like
it's like 12 halves.
sometimes it's like 10 and 20 minutes because like it's definitely not like a split down the middle. You know what? We have to scientifically test it. You want to burn some crayons right now?
Yeah, I'll cart my way over. We'll burn some crayons. That's what we'll do.
Perfect. All right. Although I'm gonna get into the brain sauce. I'm gonna.
Yeah, get that mental preparation working. Make your mind work for you.
There's a mirror right in front of me, and it's really taking me out of the game. I'm gonna move that mirror. And
Break
that
it.
mirror.
Break it. Burn it.
Did you? I just cleaned up the crayons. I don't want to clean up a broken mirror. Alright, it's on my bed. It's staring towards the sky. Oh god, it's breaking my mind. Alright, now I'm all... Okay, we're good. We're good.
Okay,
No,
we're
I
good.
see it in my peripherals. It's breaking my mind. Alright. Mirror, you go there. Out of sight, out of mind. Perfect.
Mirror's a problem. I told you we should have silenced it before it could act.
You know what they say about broken mirrors? Something, something, something.
That is what they say about broken mirrors. I remember them. But something, something, something. That is correct. You know. I was beginning to think I was crazy. They also say something very similar about broken cats and walking underneath broken mirrors.
Ladders.
Ladders.
Oh, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I need 13 pictures. And then I'll make a 14th. Damn, Honra. This is like a random story. Chill your roll. It's not like anyone's life is on the line.
Speaking of which, do you want to give a light recap of what we last encountered?
I mean, there's no one in game that's gonna do it, so I guess so. Last time, everything went to hell without anybody realizing it. I guess... Oh, no. Honor can give the recap. You know what? Don't worry about that fish. You saw nothing. As Honra starts to leave away from Keita Makune and their conversation, something innocent and nothing really filled, just sharing some information, a realization dawns on her. Kiku never speaks of his problems. She only discovered that he had a daughter, Alicia, because she appeared right next to everyone else when we came to this world. He's always been too kind and compassionate, always taking the burden onto himself. Perhaps because he doesn't know how to share his pains and his thoughts or anything of the sorts. Both Alicia and Sarah Whitecourt could be dead. Even worse, if Whitecourt might have actually been someone Kiku cared about, and she could have been gone still once more. As she smiles, she greets everyone else, all the people coming in and preparing for their performance. Staying behind isn't an option, is it? I have to go across seas to find Ormo. Sorry, I totally forgot my own retainer's name. I don't think I can do anything in this situation. Maybe telling Kiku to go to Yazoo, but there's no guarantee he'll hear me or listen to my message. So instead I need to convince Izori during my stories. As it cuts to, like, you know, her actual, like, being reading, smiling, talking to people, I assume she's, like, saying things like, hey, is everyone excited for today's stories? She has to identifying the atmosphere, understanding everyone. I guess the performance has sort of started already. Figuring out who the hardest kids to entertain will be, and figuring out how to add the flair that will draw them in. I mean, not all of them are the young kids who will enjoy the participation thing, but the participation thing is kind of needed. And then the rest of the nonsense is actually starting the story stuff, because I assume it's not starting right away and I need to do other things, like get kids to draw. Is that a recap? Does that work? Does that count?
I think that counts enough.
It's not super great, but TLDR, Kiku's daughter died. There was terrorists. We thought it was chill. It wasn't chill. We're doing the Wish Cup. Why are we doing the storytelling? Because I told the sketchy priest I would do it, and Horner's a storyteller. After the stories are over, I need to go on like a flight. Also, after I'm done this story, I need to make sure I finish up early so I can talk to my friendo, my best friend in the world, Izori, who tried to kill us like a week ago.
It might actually be less than a week ago.
Izori, who tried to kill us less than a week ago? Sama?
Senpai.
Sorry, I got that wrong. Let me just scroll up past the first story I told. Did I not write down the proper way to address Izori? I thought I did. Oh no.
Oh no. How else will you be in awareness of Azor, the immortal savior of the world and reviver of true Wayne?
Oh man, that's it. You're right. I'm a failure. Everyone's gonna die because of me, because I couldn't tell the story right.
Yep. No pressure. No pressure.
No pressure.
As people start to settle in, those caretakers gather at the back, while children gather in many rows. It's lightly cloudy outside, a little warm.
I need to get a bunch of blank pieces of paper and pencils, because I need to get kids to do art. Crayons. We need crayons! It comes full circle!
Well, unfortunately the best you can have to deal with right now is chalk and a chalkboard. One that is normally used. Well, actually, Honor's not sure it is used at all. It's going to be a little difficult, but it should still be possible.
In other words,
They'll
I have
simply
to...
just have to share. It's possible for drawing time.
Yeah, but like, that defeats the purpose. Am I able to draw pictures quick enough? No, probably not.
No, you would need either to have very simplistic drawings or to expedite your services.
I can't expedite it if they're all sharing the one, the drawing surface, and two, the drawing utensil. I could fall back onto my original plan and use magic. This is an important part. How will I tell this story properly?
Well, an expert storyteller shouldn't need to,
I don't need pictures, and theoretically I could do it without. But me as a player wrote this story expecting to have pictures, so okay.
difficult
Silent
decision
image
already.
on the chalkboard. 10-minute concentration. Story's gonna take more than 10 minutes. Damn.
We're already hitting our first roadblock.
Time paused, right? We're not burning time right now. Oh,
We're not burning time.
cool.
But we're still in danger.
Oh. How could this be? The danger is dangerous. Okay. So I
Yeah.
have a bunch of paper.
You don't have a bunch of paper.
Damn it, I don't have a bunch of paper. What sort of author am I not to have a bunch of paper before I leave the country?
An author who has a bunch of paper in their suitcase.
Yeah. Which is probably already like ready to be boarded onto a plane or something, and in the car away from me. Even though we don't have a car because we're like poor and can't get driver's licenses. Why? Because like, you know, we're foreigners who don't even have like a proper like. Okay.
Yes. I could say exactly that.
Puppets will not do. I like. And a taxidermy mouth is way too like dark. I mean, if there was like any like animal puppets already in existence, that would be perfect. But that's asking for too much, or physical representations of it.
The question I have is, what do you need? What do you need?
What do I what?
Need.
What do I need?
What do you need?
What do I
What
need?
is
Need. Okay. I think all I need is a mouse and a crow. Well, okay. Actually, looking at the story, which I'm trying to scroll back down to, which is taking forever because it's on a different thing and it's being messed up. This is speed drawing. I can hardly draw. I get the feeling. Don't need that picture. Don't need that picture. Don't actually. That's something I need. I need a representation of a mouse that can be quote unquote sleeping. But I don't need that because I can just do it with my hands. I can just do the motion with... No, that still doesn't work as well. I need some sort of, like, representation of a sleeping mouse, which I can, like, you know, draw myself. And I need, like, kind of just, like... preferably a way to show, oh, it's woken up. Then the next thing I need... I need somebody else to help me by slowly, like, holding, like, a crow plushie or a picture of a crow. I don't even have a single piece of paper. Can I rip a paper out of a book?
You could vandalize a book, yes.
Perfect, I might do that. I mean, no, books literally have a blank page. So we need a... After that, We need like I need to vandalize a book, draw a evil looking crow on it. And then after a certain point, I need somebody to slowly start sneaking towards me with the picture of the crow. This has no context whatsoever. I'm sure I have a pendant of some sort or some sort of jewelry I can use as a thing for the crow to quote unquote take. If not, we don't really need to, and it can be theater of the mind. But I don't know, if I'm doing the crow, I might as well do the shiny thing that the crow is after. That is easy. That is easy. That is easy. No, so I think it's just those two things. A mouse I can display sleeping, which I can draw on the whiteboard. Is it one of those ones that flips and turns and can do all that stuff?
Stationary blackboard.
Stationary. Okay, cool.
It's mounted on an easel-like thing.
So like, just for the matics of it, I'm gonna like draw a sleeping mouse there, and then mid-performance, I'm gonna erase the Z's and draw open eyes of it being awake. I'm gonna reveal it, and I'm gonna cover it back up again. That sounds dumb. I don't know if I'm thinking too far into this. I'm not gonna do the mouse. Am I gonna do the mouse? If I'm gonna do the mouse, I think the crow is the most important thing because they need to be able to point out danger as their foot. What's your opinion? What's Honer's opinion?
Honor's opinion is that she would rather entice with words than do a partial job at trying to entice with props.
Alright, fine. Jeez, no props whatsoever. This is gonna be a lot harder for me.
Oof. Oof.
You're right, NPC Hornra, okay? I know you're right, but I'm nervous.
Then shall we begin? What is your choice? What is your decision?
No, Hornra's correct. Alright, I'm gonna roll my...
Do you take the studio?
Studio? What do you mean, like the location?
You take the stage.
/ roll. My performance starts before I'm on the stage, clearly. D20 plus 8. I don't have any way to do it. But yes, the idea of those things are playing within her mind. She realizes kind of like the gravity of the situation, tries to think of the best way to do it, lands on enticing with words. Thank goodness, 22.
22 solid.
as she is going to directly converse with the audience and ask, is everyone excited for today's stories? Identify your avenues. I'm gonna look at the people. I'm gonna get ready for the store. I'm gonna look at them. Who's in it? What's the age range? Have I made a critical error this entire time?
You might have, but also no. It looks like the majority 11. If you were to take a guess, 11.
Oh, 11. That's still pretty young.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have, like, Fortnite on their phones.
No, such a thing doesn't exist. Fundamentally, it doesn't exist. This is like the, what, 1800s? This is like 1890? No.
Yeah.
Probably around 20, 30. In total, as a group number. You don't have to worry much about them, but there's around 6 wardens overall.
6 what?
Wardens? There's 6 wardens.
Oh, yeah. Do people have a response to me asking if they're ready for and excited to the stories?
As you ask and look over, there seems to be a more solemn undertone. It wasn't apparent at first, but for some reason, unlike the other group that you had once told for, this group is just inherently more depressed in a way. There's a little awkward silence before you generally get a more quiet reception of nodding. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I'm actually quite nervous. And this story is a very dear story to my heart. So this is the improv section, so I am not going to be as smooth, so today's story is definitely a special one. And it needs everyone here to be brave. Because at some points, the characters within the story will need your help. Sorry, she's gonna say our help. Oh, wait, you will need to help. Yeah. Or heroine. Because at some points you will need to help our heroine. Looks for responses. Still solemn, okay, cool. As long as they're actually, like, getting this information.
They're receiving it. There's a little bit of unease among the parents. Or the guardians. In fact, there's actually a lot less guardians than you would expect for the amount of kids here. they almost seem
More or less
like they
orphan.
don't want to disappoint. They don't want to disappoint having such a influential person that these kids simply don't know is in front of them.
That being said, there's no pressure whatsoever. I mean, after all, this world is a magical one. Instead of people and like you and I who inhabited it, it's a strange and bizarre one where animals walk on streets with cars and buses, roads similar to ours. However, still very different. There are tiny homes and large homes for all animals of all the different sizes. Bustling streets within this town. An alpaca speaking with a chihuahua. Elephants carrying the others on their backs in order to make a bit of a different view than the standard locomotives. Using too big of words, probably performance smaller ones. Oh, I'm so nervous. Why is the audience silent? I'm gonna die here. And the most magical part about this world is that within the confines of this story realm, they can hear your voices. As your voices will have a very large weight within this world. Near the center of town, away from all the hustle and bustle, lies a worn-down house with a flower bed within it. Fuck, I messed that up. Take that last part back. I actually have a line. All the pictures. This is okay. So just as a self call out, I designed it with pictures in mind. So I have picture blurb, picture blurb. I actually need to rewind, cut back. Storybook world interaction. On the other side of a lazy crocodile's house sits a worn-down house with a flower bed on the walls. The lumbering, friendly bear neighbors to this nice and quaint little house. And inside this home sleeps mostly empty, except the heroine. As she sleeps in this room far too small for you and I to fit within, on top of someone else's home, she is about to wake up and go on a journey to save the world. She is about to wake up and go on a journey to save the world. I'm hoping that gets like some people to shift around and look and have some sort of response as I repeat the line again.
Reading the line again definitely makes people kind of a bit more confused.
Good. Give me a moment. She'll turn around, open up like a book, and like kind of just shift through it. This is interaction, so for the interaction, I need them to get out of the brain space of story. It appears that she's not waking up. Oh no, this is quite horrible. If the mouse doesn't wake up, then the story can't start. Does anyone have an idea of how to wake up this tiny hero of the story?
One of the guardians in the back. Mouse, wake up!
Just
the
okay.
kids almost look towards the guardian, then look back.
No, I will have to like respond with that so they know that yes, absolutely it will work. Oh no! Little Gretel squeaks. It looks like it worked. I'll wink towards I'll like wink towards the guy who like frickin' did that because good job, good on you, dude. I overslept. I gotta run. As like that's definitely picking up the picking up kind of hopefully using that high pitched voice will kind of like stir people awake a bit more. Motions off as if the mouse scurries away. As she starts to make her way, she comes back. Thank you for waking me up, mister. Does like a little bow. And with a little bow, the mouse Gretel rocks off. Oh, what the fuck just happened with my thing? Sorry, my spot got mixed up. Rockets off and out of the tiny hole. Oh, golly. So down the beams and across the carpet, the sun lights her path as she ducks and weaves underneath carriages, over cars, and down a drain pipe. Running across the road, the elephant that spots her rears up. The elephant noises. Stopping in its path as she follows the sound of a lively accordion until she sees... I was gonna say father, but since most of them do not have fathers, I am going to change this line. Sees her friend Mr. Bear cheering up a young hippo. As he plays his accordion, he dances and frolics all around her, trying to cheer her up in order to get her to smile, but she seems to be lost, crying all on her own, as if she'd lost something. As she nears closer, aha! Perfect timing, the bear chimes. Hippolyta dropped her pendant behind the fence, and we need your help, Gretel. My paws are too big to reach. I only knocked it further away. Looking across the fence that only her small body could fit through, she doesn't even see the pendant. Of course, a part of the safety community is my help. Before she could hear her friends give her any warning, she makes her way through the tall grass, disappearing from sight. And this could be bad. I mean, she rocketed off before actually hearing the warning to look out, to be careful. If anyone notices anything, please make sure you warn Gretel if anything bad is going to happen. Is that a persuasion? No. It's a story. It's a story. I need to invent. How have I been doing to invent? I guess we'll see. In this tiny world that she explores, things are much like this world for us, although the grass beneath our feet and even the bugs are much larger, as grass that would come up to our waists are much larger for her, as it cascades into the sky like trees. She starts her search for this pendant. However, it doesn't seem like it's anywhere as nearby. Jeez, he's way too strong. I don't even see it. Things are silent, except for some rustling that's coming from her side. She's lost in thought. Keep on thinking about the days that are to come. This is why pictures would have been great, because I don't want to bring more attention to the rustling, but clearly no one else is going to notice it. I believe it was... When was that? The year-end emerging from beside her. A friendly gopher wearing glasses emerges. Yeah, I'm sorry. Please don't eat me. I'm not going to eat you. I'm with the safety committee. Oh, this is gonna be Car. Sorry, this is me. Honra probably is feeling confident. How's Honra feeling? Okay.
You have to believe in yourself.
I'm not gonna eat you. I'm with the safety committee. Eek! No. Why you? Excuse me. My bones don't taste good. You'll find a lot of better tasting. I mean, it's you don't have to be. Are you listening to me? Just don't. Ah. Gretel steps back a bit and looks perplexed. Confused, I should say, not perplexed, because perplexed might be... I mean, I don't know if it's a too big of a word. I'll let NPC fix the words up. I'll do kind of a look towards the audience, just in case they... No, this is another learning section, so I need to essentially teach them how to do that, and that it's okay to interact.
Yeah, you. This is an audience that doesn't really get what's going on. The performance is going well.
Are they do they seem to be drawn in now since the last section?
They appear interested. It's almost as if they don't really understand the interactive prompt to it.
Oh, golly. Oh, okay, it's fine. It's teaching kids to be interactive. This actually works for the overall story. I think that this might be another time where your voices are actually needed. After all, it seems like they're a bit too afraid of Gretel to respond. And could you help Gretel? Looks towards the audience, hoping that the one dude won't actually speak up right away and will give the kids a chance. Come on, kids!
It's a bit of a silence as they almost seem to look among themselves.
I'll like just kind of like silently nod of like, it's okay, you can do this.
One of the kids, you notice their eyes dart.
Towards
Looks
somebody.
like they're just about to turn, just about to say something. And then
No,
the biggest-
dude's gonna. Mm-hmm.
the biggest kid of all. Stop prattling and stand at attention when you're being spoken to.
I assume that was towards me, right?
Lady Azori chimes in the middle of all the kids.
Just
Nothing's
because I
going
don't.
to come of cowardice. Come. As one of the kids seems to also turn around. Yeah. No, you should.
What?
You shouldn't be so scared.
As like I will turn back to them. I shouldn't be scared, but things are scary sometimes. Shouldn't I be a bit scared? Asking the kid as well, who spoke up, like clearly trying to give the delivery of like, oh, it's working. They're actually like calming down a bit.
No, they may be suspicious, but they don't seem like they're bad.
As it's like I'll do like the motion of them looking over towards like like the invisible mouse. Are you bad? No, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm not bad. I don't know. They're saying they're not bad. Trying to like, yeah. Just one last kind of push towards like the other audience members.
No, I think you can trust them.
All right, I'll trust them. Okay. Oh. Just like has them calm down. So since you're not trying to eat me, yes, correct. I'm lost and looking for a nearby town. Can you help me? Of course. If you follow where I came from, you really can't miss it. You see the path through the grass? Perfect! My fireworks will make it in time. Huh? Fireworks? Yes, it's for the year-end celebration. Oh, wait, that's today? Oh no, I didn't accidentally sleep for 2 days, did I? I still need to make it bake a cake. Sorry, I have to hurry. Can you make it back on your own? Absolutely. Now that I know which way to go, I'll be able to make it no problem. That's wonderful. As the small gopher starts to make their way on the path that has been laid out for them, Gretel turns to you once again. I really thank you for helping me out. I don't think I could have done this alone. Gives a smile. Right, but I need to get that pendant back. I need a good way of hinting of danger. Off the little gopher went to follow the path of the game. She continues forward. I can't wait to see the fireworks. I still gotta get eggs, flour, sugar, cake. Honro will kind of like take a second outside of like the kind of like almost that same kind of demeanor she's been taking for things outside of the story. Oh, that's strange. There's something black and flying up there. Alright, icing.
You look
She would get
above
closer
the
and closer.
blackboard. There is actually a crow sitting on the blackboard.
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. How? I hope someone else is the thing. She would get closer and closer to the foot of a small hill. At the top, she could finally see the pendant, not noticing the black figure hanging around. She would start the climb, one step at a time. She's climbed much steeper and much more weighty, much steeper and much larger hills before. But if she were to fall down, she might get hurt. As once she reaches the very top, that's when it strikes. Going down to the part 2 section where they don't warn her about the crow.
The crow gets hit by a rock.
Oh golly! Wait, what? Who threw the rock? What the fuck?
One of the kids threw the rock at the crow on the blackboard. It squawks and flies away.
Flying down towards her. A rock goes flying out, striking the fiend. This is purely off script. I didn't expect that. Fucking kid has aim!
Doesn't deal enough damage to kill a crow. I mean, aim,
Poor
yeah.
bird, but like, yeah.
I love birds. Poor bird. Honestly.
Narrowly avoiding its talons because of that. The crow does its best, but doesn't get the strike in. Thank you very much. Wait. The crow sweeps down and picks up the pendant, carrying it up. Hey, you bully! Give that back! I need to keep it the same. Okay, I don't know if there's a way to change it better. As the crow sways slightly. No! This is my shiny! But as it was still recovering, Gretel started running, climbing a neighboring tree. This confused the black crow even further, as its eyes followed Gretel as I'll move it, kind of just like moving. How the fuck was there a crow there? Oh golly. It pretty much moves with the just doing a mimicking of like a crow looking down and then like looking up, essentially following somebody, like running up the tree kind of. Kick, 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 kick. afraid? You afraid of me? Kick, kick, kick. You aren't even branch to branch. Jumping and weaving, they're springboarding off them, their tiny body, until she unleashes a flying kick. Bwah! In response, however, the crow flapped their powerful wings, knocking Gretel onto a lower branch. Ouch! Hey! Come back! Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Gretel's eyes became locked on the crow. She knew she had to get that pendant back, or else that young hippo would probably be too sad during the celebrations tonight. But she could do it. The crow was already injured, meaning she could convince them, right? A chase began. She would run further than she had ever done before, in strange and unfamiliar places. The first stranger she met was a gentle dog, as she shouted, "Give it back!" It spooked some nearby hands, and the dog moved a ramp from their home onto a wall for Gretel to climb. She scampered up there as quicker than she could have without it. As at the top of the wall was a sloth. Behind it, she saw a feather fall slightly. She realized. Oh yeah, I'm just no. This is parts that I written today, this morning, so I'm just gonna do a quick. I'm not a great storyteller. I'm a decent storyteller. I'm not a Horner who can improv this and not stutter. Gretel saw the crow hide behind the sloth as she dashed around. The crow took flight. As they chased each other around and around and around, the sloth woke up from the commotion. Getting a bit dizzy, they picked up their bag and swung it over the shoulder, ending up hitting the crow and sending it flying away once more. It started to fly slower. Stay safe. Don't do bad things. As Gretel focused getting the pendant back, she didn't even realize what was happening around her. She knew those people were helping, but she was too focused in trying to help. Lastly, a cat with a paper bag on its head tried to shake it off. Back and forth, back and forth. Gretel would jump onto the bag itself, as when the cat launched its head, Gretel went flying through the air, landing on the crow's back, and causing it to bring it down on top of a large hill, the pendant rolling away. Just as I want to show the next section. This is the part we just read. Now we're into the insert cool battle scene. Insert mouse losing. Insert bear saving the day. Alright, glad we had this conversation. Let's begin this improv section. The crow had been running away this entire time. She didn't realize how much bigger it was. Even though they both wouldn't compare to her friend's size, it was a lot closer than anyone would have ever expected before. As the little mouse would do their best, fighting valiantly, in the end, the crow was just too strong. It felt like she was just barely unable to take them down. The crow flapped its wings once more, sending her tumbling down the large hill. As at the bottom, she landed at the feet of her friend, Bear. Mr. Bear. He had come to search for her since she hadn't made it back in time. Walking up the hill, it took less steps than Gretel. In 1, 2, 3, 4, he was already at the top. The crow would try to fly away, but after that fierce battle with Gretel, it wasn't able to take flight as quickly as it wanted to. So Mr. Bear picked him up and tied a rope around him. It's not nice to take things that aren't yours. Shiny is mine. I found it. You've caused quite a ruckus, you know. I'm gonna make sure that this gets back, and that you apologize properly. Alright, fine. It was wrong. Mr. Bear would nod and pick up the pendant, walking back down the hill. But at the bottom of the hill lies Mouse, asleep. Come on, Gretel, are you okay? He tries to shake Gretel, but she doesn't seem to wake up. Gretel, it's time to wake up. Oh, this is a big climax, kids! No matter what Mr. Bear would do, it seemed like she was out cold, asleep. You gotta get back before the festival starts. You can't be sleeping in all day.
Is Gretel going to die? One of the kids, younger, probably around 8, yells out with teary eyes.
That's not exactly how the story's
Oh,
supposed to end.
die! You can't die yet. Your purpose is yet to be served. You still haven't been with your family. You still have life. Don't let the
okay.
eat
So that's
you.
like two people. Okay. I think it's. Well, like I'll let people talk, but at some point, when it feels right, I'll be like, I think it's working. Come on, everyone! Trying to get like the whole crowd to be cheering. Woo!
It takes a little bit, but alongside with the kids and Lady Azori, eventually they're all chanting for the mouse to come back from the brink of death after their very violent fight.
I do believe in fairies! I do!
Somehow they have taken the idea that the mouse
good.
was actually injured by the crow and was dying.
I wanted to do sleep, but hey, whatever. Death, what the frickin' come back to life. Okay, I was gonna use a metaphor for dying. I guess my metaphor was too strong. The kids understood. Wow, no! I'm gonna be late! Gretel wakes up. No, you're just on time. with his long legs. And long arms. He picked up Gretel and started to make her way back home. It was a much quicker journey than it was to this point. With Mr. Bear's long legs, they eventually came home. And upon returning, they saw the gate that was blocked, utterly destroyed, as it seemed like Mr. Bear had ripped it apart in order to save her. Upon reaching back, she saw everyone who she came across. The cat who had a bag of sugar on their head and couldn't get free. The sloth who couldn't deliver flour until the ramp was placed. And the dog who had delivered the eggs after the hens were spooked that they laid them. Together, everyone was able to make the cake that Gretel hadn't been able to back then. For this year's end celebration, everyone celebrated it together. And at the very end, fireworks lit up the skies. Color and sound being as bright as everyone's joy, dancing across the night sky, welcoming the new day. Motion of closing a book.
It was not the story you expected. Not entirely. However, it was enjoyed. It was enjoyed by everyone here. A quiet bunch of quieter kids. A harder audience. Not in interest, but, well, they're more a docile nature. It made them less eager to speak. In the end, even they became a little rowdy.
Aww.
In one part, it was thanks to a little bit of a push. But Honor is not in any way concerned that they wouldn't have been interested in her own words. They would have been. In fact, for being a bunch of kids that are more likely on the verge of not having a lot of life left, they would have been very, very respectful opera attendees. In a way, you were telling an opera. Just an opera. No. There was truth behind this tale. But there was also truth in your next steps. You'd be getting on a plane here soon, heading south.
Is there time to talk to Lady Azori?
You can. But should you be caught up in any of these customs you're not aware of how they function or how they work, never being on a plane, well,
I'll keep it as
we'd have to
short
see.
as possible. she'll definitely be like just excusing everyone and be like, oh, I really wish I could stay, but like, oh man, wonderful, thank you for like, you know, like, oh, she walks like just thanking people and be like, yeah, you did wonderful, thank you, but for like, you know, doing that, okay, I gotta go, wish I could stay. You talk to my aunt. And then she should be able to answer any questions.
Okay, if you're gonna do an entire, if you're gonna do an entire like,
No, sorry. It's just like I don't know how to like establish me going to the side with her. Do I just message her? I don't know.
messaging is going to be the quickest way. If you stick around for kind of like an after party and interviews and talk with the kids and all of that, you don't have
Then
time
I'll-
for that.
Yeah, I'm not. If anything, it's that one like I wish I could stay around, but I have like an important flight to catch. Quote unquote message, because I can message Izori discreetly.
You are able to pull her off to the side. Oh, did I lose you?
No, I'm here.
Yeah, you are able to pull her off to the side.
I don't see her here. I don't see Kale Makune.
Ah, yes. Yes. There we go. I did not know that's what you were waiting for.
I wasn't fully, but yeah. I hope you enjoyed the story. I would love to hear you talk about it in detail, but I have a quick favor I need to ask before I depart.
Yes, entertaining children is very admirable of you. And your stories are well versed for all ages.
Aw, that brings a smile to her face. I need you to look after my brother Kiku. I don't know what happened to him, but there's a chance that his daughter didn't make it. I can't be there for him, and you're the only other person I can think of that may be able to work your magic.
I will do you this favor, this once. I'm sure you understand what you're asking of me.
She does like
But you did entertain me.
looks at her watch. Does like a respectful like Wayne like thanking. I'm very sorry, I must go. Thank you. I know I can leave it in your hands. As she'll start to make her way off.
Leaving it in the hands of Zori.
It's killing two birds with one stone. One, they can amend their relationship which needs to happen. And two, Kiku needs to not be left alone.
The kid who threw the rock, that was killing a bird with a stone.
Fucking, was that a familiar? Who was that crow? Was that Kiku?
No idea who that was.
Was that just a random goddamn bird? I gotta get to the plane.
Getting in the side of a cab.
Is it my old cab friend?
Been a while.
so glad to see you're doing safe. Uh, can we talk on the drive? I might be late.
Yes, we can get going. As he pulls the clutch and starts the car. Setting off.
Oh,
So, I know it's not my place to really ask questions like this, but are you doing okay? I had one of the weirdest dreams the other night.
okay, he thinks it's a dream. Cool, okay. What was your dream about?
Well, I was taking you up to that friend of yours' house, but it wasn't quite right.
Did I tell him that? Does he know I'm going to the airport? I guess I have to say airport.
He knows. You let him know beforehand. He's been waiting for you.
Okay, cool, cool.
And it was all smoky. Could feel the ash stick to your lungs. I know it burned down just not too long ago, but dreamed we were heading there when it was still on fire. There was these men in the street. Tried to shoot us, but bullet holes all through my car. Luckily,
Insight to make sure he's not just testing me to tell him if I'm gonna say the truth or not. just go see if he's like, you know, saying all this like, oh wow, there's some reckoning weird stuff happening.
he's gone through a little bit of a mental loop. He knows that his car has a bunch of bullet holes in it, and he knows that the household burned down, but he thinks everything was a dream because it couldn't have possibly happened. But everything he knows is saying that wasn't a dream, boy. He's not testing necessarily the waters, he's thinking he's going insane.
Oh. So yeah, you can let him continue the story.
But I know that I drove into a barricade, and you were the one who made sure I got medical help. And I thank you. I really think I owe you my life there. But this nightmare, it was dreadful stuff. And it just feels so real. So sorry if I'm making you uncomfortable for that.
No, absolutely not.
Old said something similar. But
Would you have preferred it to be real?
it's kind of exciting, but scary stuff. Scary stuff.
Yeah. He doesn't seem to want to be a part of that, so she's not gonna tell him. Well, you and I did experience a crash. And I'm sure there'd be some shrapnel that would have hit your car during that. It's nothing to worry about, though. Just probably the mind doing strange things to fill in the unknown. If he incites me, I'm not deceiving. It's more or less just saying those things to give him the peace of mind that none of that was real. You only experienced a slight crash.
You mentioned we had to pick up your friend. They get a trip down, or we still have to swing by the down block?
Do we have to do the down block?
Yeah.
We still have to swing down there. I was telling some stories to the kids, or some kids back there, and they were a bit more shy than I expected, so the story went on a bit longer than I planned.
Yeah, they look like they were having a good time.
And
You get onto the main road.
They were a wonderful group to tell stories to. Zori is gone. Taxi man is here.
We don't have a taxi, man. Taxi, taxi. He's more quiet today. I mean, he did just get out of the hospital not too long ago. It makes sense. But even still, he's a little quiet today.
Did anything else happen?
No, not much for me. I had a world of explaining to do, but... nothing I will get in too big of trouble for.
I'm sorry about that.
I'll just have to work a few more years for retirement. I never really planned on retiring anyways.
Does he have a wife and kids?
They, no, he specifically doesn't.
Okay.
His wife and kids are no longer part of his family.
Oh, yeah, that situation.
Yes, that situation.
He doesn't have enough money to spend to help him out right now. Probably eventually, if the world continues on.
Unfortunately, he just happened to run it. I mean, he ran into a barricade. It kind of just sucks.
Because how much does he? Okay, but what if I make him my personal driver? Oh, then I can pay him more and he can get closer to retirement, right?
Yeah, that probably works.
What do you mean, probably?
I mean, if he becomes your personal driver, he's bound to learn more of your secrets.
Oh, and yeah, it's dangerous to be my personal driver.
He'll probably get closer to retirement whether he likes it or not.
I mean, there's other reasons, not major reasons, someone might be after an author's life, right?
Yes, 100%. I mean, a crazed fan is not entirely common, but truly it's not discommon.
How much money do you make being a taxi driver, if you don't mind asking?
$3.50 on the meter.
Is that something I can like pay him more for? Can I give him hazard pay twice that?
Well, he essentially gets $3.50 for every single person he drives.
So if he drives less people and misses people because you can't drive.
He's essentially commission work.
Yeah.
A meter in this society is around 50 kilometers, which no one ever has to drive, but realistically, if he's able to drive 11 people, he's making $38 a day.
And that's like back in the olden times, not this current inflation times being broken.
Yes, the price of current minimum wage is $5 or 5 silver, but I'm just gonna call it dollars to make it sound fancy. It's $5 an hour. So he has to drive 11 people to get close. He needs to drive 12 people a day to meet minimum wage.
So realistically, I could like supply him with like more money, have benefit of like cars for like myself and others, right? And then he gets paid more, and then always have a car on standby, essentially.
Very much so.
Well, I may be able to help with your retirement goals then.
I couldn't possibly ask you to pay for my retirement.
No, as much as I enjoy giving, I wouldn't give that much. You see, I've found it very inconvenient to have to call taxis every time I have to go outside my home, and I have a few friends who would probably find it convenient to have a driver as well. I make enough revenue where, if you're interested, I might be able to hire you as my personal driver. Of course, as an author, it has its downsides as well, such as intense fans.
I'd love to be your personal driver, but are you sure you... I mean, I don't even have a vehicle anymore. This is just... Well, this is just a rental.
How much are vehicles? Like, I mean, like, theoretically, get him a vehicle, do partial payments to pay me back, and even then he'd get retirement quicker, right?
Well, you just buy a vehicle, it's your vehicle. I mean, you can't drive it with the license you don't have, so...
I have enough money
It's
saved
business
up in order
difference.
to buy a car. I just have not bought in one because I can't afford it. Or, no, sorry, I'm not able to drive it. Sorry. The screen. Hi, Umbra.
When I get you and your friend to the airport, I'll have my answer when you get back.
Sorry if this is a bit of a heavy topic, but think on it.
You
What
pull up
do I
to
answer?
the side of a road. Or you pull up to the side of the road.
I feel bad because I actually forget who's coming with me. Dyer? Dyer's coming with me, isn't she?
It is actually Dyer.
Yeah.
I had to check to make sure.
Yeah, I had like a... she, because she's finding Ormos.
Yeah, it makes sense. Pulling into the side of the cab. Dyer in her newest outfit. Meaning an outfit that actually fits in with society. Gets in the car. Sorry I'm late. I had a little bit of problems with makeup.
I was running a bit late myself, so don't worry about it.
Oh, I hadn't noticed.
I assume it looks good. She looks good. She did a good job with makeup.
Eh. That's not something Dyer usually concerned herself with.
But because
She's been
Alfred
trying to climatize to this environment.
probably hiding her like elven features a bit.
A little bit. I've never been on one of these planes before. So I'm not sure what to expect.
It's quite the wondrous technology. It's almost like magic, but it isn't.
And the fact that we found Oramos, I couldn't be happier.
You're realizing that all the things that happened with okay, how does she? Not right now in this taxi cab. It's quite wondrous that we found him.
I have to drag him back. I don't know what he's doing so far away, and such a scary sounding place. Was your other friend going to be joining us?
I'm sure she's already waiting for us.
Dyer is nervous. Anxious, one could say.
Yep, understandable. How do I help with this? Do I let her feel anxious? I don't know. Bring Dyer's picture. What are you doing? Picture slave.
Get what you're saying.
Aw, look at that cute picture. We stole it from the internet.
It is true. We did steal it from the internet. Dyer doesn't actually have a picture. You're right.
Darn.
Huh?
Huh.
Huh. I thought she did.
Yeah. Port Air, just like the forgettable one.
Don't worry. I mean, Grexian doesn't have a picture.
I know you're concerned, but things will work out.
I know Ormos. He'll always come back. Always.
I'm sure you'll be able to convince him, and well, he won't be listening to me anytime soon, I feel.
It's been really rough.
It was definitely a rough patch in my relationship and my life in general. By the way, it's just like Honya lost her arms. Probably was in the newspaper, sitting here with arms. But thanks to the Wayne Instituto Foundation, Tenka's whatever his thing is called, I've
Yes,
been
the
able
Wayne
to make her a comeback.
Institution of Recovery and Building.
Thanks to the Wayne Institute of Recovery and Building, I was able to make a comeback. Kind of realizing I never explained that as, yep, should probably say that because I realize in the newspaper it says I have no arms, but like, hey, I have arms now.
Tying up loose ends.
Tying up loose ends.
Did everyone seem a little off this morning?
Was she there this morning? She wasn't there this morning, was she?
Dyer was in the building, but I mean, the whole meeting that happened like 3.5 episodes ago, that was only a select few people.
There... There's just been so many plans in the works recently. And a lot of competitors at that too. Don't want to put the taxi guy in trouble. Does Dyer know about the terrorist attack on the school?
No. That's super new information. Well, relatively new. It's probably a few of people who do know, because everyone else has their other business to attend. And I mean, the link to Ormos wasn't really fully there.
Except mage killers and mage killers.
It's there now, but...
There's something that happened recently. I just don't know if it's the right time to say right now. Especially because it's most likely not connected to Ormos. Didn't mean to use most likely, but now it's like, oh, so it might be? That was a slip on the tongue. That was perfect.
Exact expression that Dyer picks up on. Most likely, you say?
Literally there's somebody in the car you haven't even said hello to. I get not everyone talks to the taxi drivers, but like, jeez.
Dyer's aware of his presence, but Dyer doesn't seem to be aware of the connotations of his presence.
It's a sad. What was his name again?
Which one?
The taxi
Ormus?
driver?
Oh, he's Mr. Geralt.
It's a bit of more of a heavier topic I don't want to necessarily go into depth about with Mr. Garrel around.
Oh. Of course.
He's just got off to the hospital recently, and I wouldn't want to add more stress into it, especially when it's not that big of a deal. Deception check! It's a major deal! Deception towards him. If Dyer realizes it's a big deal, that's fine. But I want to protect at least my taxi, my personal driver soon to be.
Soon he will know. He will know everything. It seems like he has picked up on the fact that he shouldn't be listening in, and he isn't. But
yeah, but it's still one of those things of like the terrorist organization attacked this school, and Kiku's daughter was in there. My brother's daughter was like that's some sensitive information.
that is some very sensitive information, one could say.
Did you have a plan to talk to Ormos, or were you just going to wing it?
Well, I was going to just talk to him. He's my little brother.
Just kind of like
you don't need a plan to talk to family. Once we talk to each other, he'll understand, and well, we'll just go from there.
Honra realizes, oh yeah, that's right, I don't actually... Does she have a plan? No, she never really makes plans to talk with Kiku other than, hey, let's chat. No, she actually hella just plans everything about her conversations with people usually. Even with Kiku, she's like, okay, I'm going to bring up this, and... Honra just plans a lot of things. I suppose I'm just not quite used to that sort of thinking. I'm sure it will work out for you. I'm just the type to, even with my brother, have a sort of format or things I want to speak about.
Well, Mr. Kiku's a lot more a matter of fact when you speak to him, so I guess you can be too sometimes. Even Mr. Bizzlemouth. I guess we have a lot more planned conversation lists. The
She's
car
so nervous.
swerves.
That's just making me nervous.
The car swerves underneath a darkened tunnel. This is a part of the city you've never gone to before. It was really nice of our dearest Hylith Christwalk to get you such express tickets so soon. And not even require you to have to check your ID.
Hylith?
Yeah, Hylith. Miss Christwalk.
The one that's an enemy?
The one that was an enemy.
Oh, that Hylith. Yeah, the one who created airplanes. Right, right.
Mm-hmm. She managed to shove you through despite the fact you don't have legal IDs.
Golly, that's concerning. How do we get back? Who knows?
Same way, you got tickets. This isn't the age of like mass screening of terrorists and whatnot. And no one's done that on airplanes yet.
Woo!
Unless you want to be a first.
Tempting, but I don't have guns like Kiku. I only have, like, very limited magic.
You're right. I should just blow up the plane before it gets back.
Oh my god, you have to just recreate the scene! My mentor has been infected. They believe in,
I've done it, Cherry. I've become a
it's the
hero.
bees.
I've become a hero of justice. I've done it, Sherry. But your sister was on that plane and her best friend. My God, Ouroboros.
How has your studies been going?
Not particularly well.
It's definitely a very different research field than you're used to.
I tend to do a lot better with the paperwork. However, Avier is a little protective over the paperwork.
The way she cooks. I can imagine.
Dyer was startled there for a moment, but yeah, that is true.
The way she cooks. Yeah.
It's not a part of her that I expected to see ever before. And if anything's out of order, then but studies themselves have been coming along rather slowly. I'd like to say I was doing better, but really, I'm kind of struggling.
Was Herner quick to pick up magic or no?
Quick being like a year.
So yeah, it was a year. It definitely is something that takes time.
No. I shouldn't say how. I think I know how, it's just time. Time and effort. And hardship. And a lot of relearning the basics. Dyer's struggling to try and say magic things in front of the magic non-person.
Yeah. Okay. Topic change. I need water. I'm drinking water. I haven't had water after that entire gosh darn story I told. That was like how long of speaking? That was like an hour and a half of just like freaking out about my own storyline. What the fuck was that?
I mean, who could ever talk for an hour at a time without water?
Is Honor's voice feeling tired? Does she want to rest it?
Honor's voice doesn't feel tired. She's far too skilled for that.
Oh, cool. I'm sorry, Honor. Fucking humble bragging on me our week. Doesn't even try and is just like, yeah, no, voice isn't tired. What are you talking about? She does the things right.
I mean, doing the things right. There's nothing wrong with not doing things right.
What?
Right?
What?
There's nothing wrong with doing things right.
Yeah, nothing.
I feel like I just stroke when I said that.
Same. I was very lost.
No, I literally just felt like I had that was spooky. Like, what the hell am I even saying myself?
Are we still inside the dark tunnel?
Are we still in the dark timeline?
No, the tunnel. Dark tunnel.
Okay. Yes, we're still inside the dark tunnel.
Okay, I'm gonna make sure that this dark tunnel isn't lasting forever. So I'm paying attention to see if it like lasts a weirdly eerie long time.
No, it's just a big tunnel. There is an end to the tunnel.
Okay. Do you ever wish for things to go back to how they were?
That's a hard question.
I suppose it is.
I miss my family. I miss all the things that we left behind, but they're not there anymore. I have a hard time thinking about what the past or the future might look like. I know that's not really an answer, but it's the truth.
Nods along to that of like, she thinks is an answer.
What about you?
I've grown too much to wish to take things back. If I were to go back to those times before, I don't know if I would fit. Or perhaps things would just be different. I can never go back to how things were. Because I'm not how I was.
I had a very scary dream the other night.
What was a dream?
It was just fire. And nothing burning. It's just fire. I don't know what it even was to explain it.
Is she implying that was a premonition dream?
Is the implication. The
Did
sound
you-
of a massive gust of wind falls above you.
Shit, that's disturbing. Perception? Am I going to die?
Yes.
Oh.
Perception.
Yeah, it's a perception, not an investigation, right?
Unless you want to investigate the car.
Hmm?
Unless you want to investigate the car.
I'd be tempted to.
There's a little bit of a heart race that happens before you look around you at the outside of the tunnel. A massive concrete field with large towering buildings and huge flying white contraptions called planes.
Oh, that was a fucking plane over top of me! Oh.
Hunter had only ever seen planes from the ground, never up close. And they're big. They're like huge cars. With wings.
I assume she just sat up in the chair, ready for something to go wrong, and then slowly seeps back down, realizing, okay, it was a plane.
There follows. Not fully understanding why they're no longer worried, but understanding that Honora gets it.
That noise, that wind, is what we're going to be flying on today.
Oh.
She looks mortified.
Yes.
Just remember, it's magic. Says as it's not officially magic, but it's magic, and I'm not saying it's magic. It's just it's magic. I don't believe it's not magic.
Pulling it into the terminal. You're assisted out with your luggage. Henry pulls it out. It has little wheelie ball points at the end, which Honra didn't quite understand at first. But dragging your luggage is much better than carrying it. There. Packed very light. I hope you two will have a good flight.
Thank you.
I'll see you back here when you land. 5 p.m. sharp. Of course, it won't be in this section. The arrivals are further down the line. From what I hear from down south in the desert country, things are a little rowdy. Be careful, both of you.
You too. And
sir.
remember to think about my offer.
I'll have an answer when you get back. he closes the trunk, click, and moves around to the door. Closing. Honras, then Daenerys, and finally crawling into the driver's seat.
We gotta make our way. I think we're gonna be late, aren't we?
Oh, well, you're definitely pushing a timeline.
Alright, let's quickly move it.
Honra has never seen such a criminal lack of security in her life. They literally push you through this weird... It looks almost like a spirit gate. The amount of guards posted here is so small. And they didn't even find a knife that Honra didn't even realize she had on her.
That was a magic airplane. Stale of secret and magic.
Must be genius.
What if
Getting-
it's not magic? Oh god, it better be magic.
Getting crammed onto the Airbus. Honra expected it to be, well, crammed. There's actually a good amount of room. The farther you go back in the plane, the squishier it seems to get, but Honra has this really nice seat with a lot of legroom. The ability
First
to put her
class,
feet
let's
up.
go! Fuck you, peasants! I'm an author with benefits, and like, you know, the person who fucking created these things as my slave, as my companion. Yeah, first class! I'll never sit there in real life! Now this is vicariously living through D&D! Woo!
All planes must just have a really nice area for, you know, special people.
I see nothing wrong with this. Ah, the blindness of the, rich.
With a quick jolt. After around 10 minutes of waiting and setting selves up. A bling noise can be heard. Bling.
Is this one of those situations where we're not supposed to use cell phones or magic on the plane?
Hello everybody, my name is Rod Stanson. I'm going to be your air conductor this morning. It is currently going to be a 5.5 hour flight. We have a good jet stream going, meaning we should get there in no time at all. I suspect that we'll start serving lunch halfway through the plane flight. And on behalf... Oh, that's such a dumb name. On behalf of Air Magica, I would like to personally thank you and wish you an enjoyable trip. Bing, boing, bing. Air Magica. Airbus system traveled far across the globe to any major city. By flying with Air Magica, you have committed to a truly magical experience. To understand the Airbus's safety features, we must first look below your seat. In the extent of an emergency landing underwater, you can find an inflatable air raft. Take this air raft into your hands and blow into both ports. In the extent that an air raft does not inflate, there are additional air rafts located at the front and rear of the Airbus.
What?
In the result of depressurization, masks will drop from above head. Take one mask and place it over your mouth and nose. Careful to seal any openings. Pull on the drawstrings in order to seal the mask to your face and breathe normally.
Okay, it's gotta end there, right? That's the safety thing. That's all you have to worry about planes, right?
No. No. No.
I know it's not, but Honra has that expectation.
Always assist another passenger after you have secured your own mask. In an emergency landing on land, place your hands behind your head and tuck them into your legs. Make sure your legs are not propped up on any of our supplied leg rests. Perform a hurdle-like position, keeping any newborns or infant children safely tucked in between your chest and arms. Thank you for flying with Air Magica. We hope that you have a safe and wonderful trip.
Do I have my flying carpet on me if all things go to hell?
Your flying carpet is in your luggage.
Oh, thank goodness. If this
In the
plane's
bottom
going
of the
down,
plane.
I'm not staying on board.
Your luggage is stored in the bottom of the plane.
If this plane's going down, I'm going to the bottom of the plane.
Bing! The plane starts moving.
Honra probably jumps a bit.
The sound of whirring engines immediately picks up as it starts moving a little faster.
Investigation! Investigation! Like, outside the plane, like, everything's good, like... Nat 20! I found the secret terrorist!
No, nothing bad's happening here, probably. I mean, at least no one seems concerned. I mean, you have an air inflatey thing. You don't see the masks. The masks are probably in a hidden compartment or something. Yep, no, there's a compartment up there. Yeah, we're moving. There's a guy. He looks like he's waving a big glowing stick. Is that danger? Does glowing stick equal danger? Is this bad? As the plane starts moving onto the concrete field. Okay, that's fine, This is fine. Honra is a master. Or, well, not a master. She's proficient in flying. She's flown places before. As rapidly the plane starts increasing in speed, she can feel herself sucked back into her chair.
Hold on to my air for support!
The plane's back tips down. It almost feels like Honra believes it should be crashing into the cement right now, but she knows that it's not. Just the front is being risen. They start rocketing into the sky. The sound begins to dull a little bit, becoming used to it. You can see the ground quickly leaving. This thing travels way faster than a magic carpet does. This thing travels way faster than a car does.
Oh god, we're traveling for 5 hours like this? The world's massive! Was it always this big?
World's massive. Soon enough, you can see the clouds start to tarry by as the plane levels out. You are now free to move around the cabin.
Do I have a window seat?
You have a window seat.
I look out the window!
You are as high.
I let the
in air.
feelings of God wash over me. These peons have nothing. That was a joke.
This is as physically high as you've ever been up in the air. The magic carpet would never take you up this air. You never want to go this far up in the air. This is suicide. But you're safe.
Huh?
But you're safe. She knows that if she were to somehow stand on the arm of the wing, the whatever the hell it is of the plane, she would probably freeze to death. And she wouldn't even be able to stand on her own carpet. This is like being at the highest point of one of the tallest mountains, but flying. Everything so below, tiny, it's microscopic. You can see the traces of farms and forests and buildings and such.
Dyer isn't getting to see any of this, is she?
Dyer's passed out.
Aww. I'll do a quick medicine, but then immediately go looking outside the window again. Make sure she's not dead. Perfect. She's fine. I look over. Yeah, she's good. Right?
Probably dead.
Actually,
No. No. Honor doesn't know. Honor is filled with adrenaline right now. Hopefully she's fine.
Has that moment of like looking outside the window, looking at her, looking outside the window, looking at her, be like, there's no way she's dead.
Nah, there's no way she's dead.
That's the end. That's the end decision. Do I go back, look outside the window again? Is she? I mean, do I see her breath there? Like, is she move? Should I put like my ear against her like mouth to see if I can hear any breath, or like hand there? See her moving at all?
Fine.
She's fine. Cool. Look out the outside the window.
She's fine.
Cool.
Sure of it. This is a sight that Honora could watch for 5 hours. And it's a sight she will watch.
Do I wake her Dyer up at some point after she gets a bit of rest?
No, I have to actually get going. That's
Oh,
the
perfect
end
timing.
of the episode.
Oh, okay, cool. Alrighty. Quick exit probably because I'll probably need to watch them anyway. So like, might as well. We don't raid people after these because I'm not gonna stick around because I'll probably talk to you for a bit. So no raids. Go watch whoever you want to watch. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. Make sure y'all all. Yeah, it's so loud. Ah! Oh my. Oh.
As they say, yay! Peace to peace.
Yay!